अस्सलाम वालेकुम। उमर और फैसल आज आपसे बात करेंगे फिर से। फैसल, उस दिन हम अपने क्लास फेलो से बात कर रहे थे तो टॉपिक वाज ब्रॉट अप कि बहुत सारे जो हमारे पाकिस्तानी फिजिशियंस जो पाकिस्तान से उन्होंने अब्रॉड में यूके यूएसए कनाडा यहाँ पे ट्रेनिंग कंप्लीट की है, नाउ दे वांट टू गिव बैक, नाउ दे वांट टू कंट्रीब्यूट टू एजुकेशन, रिसर्च, clinical education, but they see a lot of barriers. They are having difficulties finding collaborations. So, what do you think? What's the problem? What's the root cause?
Um, there are multiple. I think we can talk about it together. My first question is why? Why is there? आपके ख्याल में why do you think there's a need for collaboration? Why do people think that they have to collaborate at all?
Well, I think, मेरे ख्याल में जो सबसे बड़ा जो मोटिव जो ड्राइव है वो है दिस एबिलिटी और डिज़ायर टू गिव बैक. देखो, पाकिस्तान ने हमने मेड स्कूल किया, मैं हमेशा ये कहता हूँ कि पब्लिक सेटिंग्स में हमने फ्री मेड स्कूल कंप्लीट किया हुआ है. सोसाइटी ने हमारे ऊपर बहुत इन्वेस्ट किया हुआ है, टाइम, एनर्जी एंड एफर्ट. तो जो गिव बैक की एक डिज़ायर है, मुझे लगता है कि ये सबसे बड़ा मोटिव है. व्हाट डू यू थिंक?
I agree. So the next question is what form to give it back? Be it clinical expertise, going back, providing clinical expertise, or training the trainers, then they can spread the clinical work, or education or research. We have to be clear exactly what.
No, you're right. I think it could be multiple levels. यही बात मैंने पहले भी की है. ये ज़रूरी नहीं होता कि आप वापस जाके फ्रंट लाइन पे सारे पेशेंट्स को खुद से देखें एंड दिस इज़ द ओनली वे टू गिव बैक. आई थिंक यू हैव लेयर्ड इट एंड लाइक टाइटल इट एंड देन पुट इन ए प्रोग्रेसिव अप्रोच वेरी वेरी वेल. येस, यू कैन. भाई, एल्ट्रुइज्म में इम्पॉर्टेंट ये नहीं होता कि कुछ नेकी होती है, गिव बैक होता है. छोटी नेकी या बड़ी नेकी को कंपेयर नहीं करना चाहिए. ठीक है, जो लोग फ्रंट लाइन पे जाके काम करते हैं वो भी एक नेकी है, जो लोग वहाँ पे जो लोगों को ट्रेन करते हैं वो भी नेकी है, और जो लोग इधर बैठ के, अब कोविड ने ये सिखा दिया है कि जो वर्चुअल वेज हैं आप कोलैबोरेट कर सकते हैं, रिसर्च में कर सकते हैं, एजुकेशन में, डिलीवरी ऑफ एजुकेशन में, मैनेजमेंट ऑफ एजुकेशन में, वो सारे काम हो सकते हैं. So there are different levels and different layers which you can actually complete.
So the reason why I'm saying is you're an optimist, I'm a pessimist.
Always cautiously optimistic.
So I have tried and I've failed, and I'll ask a simple question. यहाँ पे जो लोग हैं, they have the urge to go back and to give it back. The problem is people on the ground, जो लोग वहाँ पे काम कर रहे हैं, they don't see much value to it. Right?
I hear you. I think you're right. Pockets of success. You may have your experience, and we have many other colleagues who expressed the other day that they don't have the best experience. I may have some pocket of success. I may have some better experience. Maybe I was able to connect with the like-minded people who had this ability and desire actually to learn more, to know more, to collaborate more. The issue is, what my experience has been, our colleagues in Pakistan, especially the physicians and the medical folks, I personally think their book knowledge, their the knowledge, they actually have more knowledge than I do. Every time I ask them a question, they know the answer. Every time they ask me a question, I just stumble. So it's not about the knowledge. I think books are available. They actually read much better than maybe I do. I think what we can help or we can collaborate is about the critical thinking, the dissemination of the knowledge, our thought process, that if it comes to a patient management, how I will handle this situation as compared to how they handle the situation, and that generates a lot of discussion.
No, that's one way of looking at it. The way I look at it is bookish knowledge and then the practicality or the applicability of it. So I remember in final year, for example, I studied Harrison for medicine, and the way the Harrison was structured was there's a background, then there's physiology, there's anatomy, there's pathology, and then symptoms, and then the management. And then in my final year, I started reading Cecil, and the way it started was problem first, and then you dig down. So I think that summarizes the problem with British system and in the American system. So there are different ways of. So I think there's a fundamental difference in the way we approach problems. So that's one. But coming to practicality of it, I'm not sure how much time we have. It's not going to be not going to figure out one
No,
video.
we can talk.
But we may have to do a second video. But I think the in my mind the problem, not the problem, but the gist of the issue is that people on the ground, they already know so much, right? They don't. In my experience, they don't see the value of collaboration. Number one. Number two, unfortunately, there is a component of ego as well. People think, कि ये हमसे छोटे हैं, बाहर के मुल्क में पढ़ के आ गए हैं, they're going to teach us now. So
yeah, I think मेरे ख्याल में जो मेरे एक्सपीरियंस ये रहा है कि they do want to collaborate, they do see the value, लेकिन वो value added value होती है. वो अगर आप recreate the same value which they have, I don't think उसमें उनकी कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. I think we need to bring the added value. जहाँ पे personalities की बात की है तो maybe one of the reason बहुत सारे physicians, I think they reach to their success because of a certain personality type, a certain trait. They practically लोग बहुत सोलो जाते हैं. जब सोलो जाते हैं वो फिर बहुत आगे निकल जाते हैं. लेकिन अगर आपने collaborate करना है, अगर आपने एक initiative या एक target या एक outcome या एक बड़ा काम करना है, तो you have to ask your question, do I want to go fast or I want to go far? If you really want to go fast, go solo. उसमें कोई वो नहीं है. But if you want to go far, you have to go together. This is team sports. Whether the delivery and dissemination of knowledge is, that's team sport. Whether the creation of new knowledge, the research is, that's team sports as well. So the roadblocks which I see are, I think we don't have the groundwork. We don't have the ground rules. We don't have the guardrails. There are pockets of success based on मैं इस चीज़ का मास्टर हूँ, मैं इस पे बात करना चाहता हूँ, मैंने ये काम करना है. I think we have to change the narration from मैं to हम, from me to we, from everything single, solo to us together. So उससे लेकिन ये नहीं हो सकता कि और the other thing I want to say is, it's not the speed, it's really the direction which is more important. So we need a direction. We need to create the direction. Sometimes the best way to create the future is, or to see the future is just to create it. So आपको वो ground एक करना पड़ेगा, एक स्प्रिंग बोर्ड देना पड़ेगा, एक मीडियम प्रोवाइड करना पड़ेगा जिसके ऊपर बहुत सारे लोग अपनी चीज़ों को डिसेमिनेट कर सकते हैं अपनी अपनी फील्ड में, अपने लाइक माइंडेड कोलैबोरेटर्स के साथ. What do you think?
In theory, it's good. But I think for the sake of time, I don't make it too long. But I'll summarize my thoughts by saying two things. Number one, in order for any collaboration to succeed, it has to the people on ground there have to be willing
to accept it,
and they have to see some value in it to collaborate. Number one. Number two, people going from here, or जो हमारे class में बात करते, they want to collaborate. They have to be willing as well. That it's not about our egos as well.
Exactly.
So it has to be a bigger purpose, a higher purpose, and that's the way to do it. So these are the problems. I think solutions another time.
You're right. Goal is more important than my role in it. इस बात पे हम आज इस वीडियो को कंक्लूड करते हैं. Thank you.
Thank you.
हंसते रहिए, मुस्कुराते रहें.